Alrighty, what's up guys? Welcome back to a new video on East Coast Manga. So, I may have already entered a text warning, but I do just want to warn you guys. I know I do have some younger viewers, so if you are a younger viewer or you're watching this with, a parent or something like that, this video is going to be different than a lot of other videos. You might want to skip this video. It's not like this video is super bad or anything, or that I think it's going to get demonetized, but this manga does use very strong language, I guess you could say, and there's no way around me not showing it. Now, for the majority of you guys, it's not going to be an issue, but I do just want to give you guys a heads up and a warning that you might want to skip this video if you're of the younger audience. Without further ado, let's get into the actual manga. But today we are reviewing Dog Ningen. Yes, Dog Ningen. That is the pronunciation that I'm going to use, but as you can see, the title here has something very different. Now, Ningen is human. That's that's the translation from Japanese. And just to show you guys, I'm gonna actually show you the last couple panels because it is hilarious. It is one of the funniest, like, breaking the fourth wall type scenarios I've ever seen in a manga. So let me show you guys this. So in these panels, you guys should probably be able to see. I don't know how well you can read it, but it says, well, there's a possibility that the reader is not actually black, so therefore you don't want to use the actual name for this manga. So he says, don't worry, he has a name, which is Dog Ningen. And also this is the author and the artist. Hopefully you guys can see that. So real quick, the author does have a Twitter, he does have a YouTube. I don't know about the artist, I haven't looked him up, but shout out to Chief30K on Twitter for making this. This is honestly so funny, and I know, like, some of you guys may already know about this because there was a lot of chapters online. There's probably a couple volumes now that are, like, anticipated to release. There's no release date. I believe this manga was self-printed and sold by Amazon, and it went on sale, I believe, December 1st, 2020. You can purchase this on Amazon. I'll leave the link in the description. I don't have an affiliate or anything with Amazon, but support this man because this is some funny manga. This is obviously done by a black author. This is not done by a Japanese author, so you don't have to worry about this like being some racist manga or anything like this. This is straight up a comedy. I would say, well, it's comedy and action. It's actually a lot of things. It's been one thing it's not is it's definitely not a troll manga. Like, this was actually, there's a lot of thought and effort put into this manga, and I'll definitely show you guys some panels, whether I'm talking over the panels or I show you guys later. The artwork is pretty decent. It's not incredible, but for a self-print, self-made manga, he does have another artist who's doing it. He's not actually doing the art himself, he's just doing the story. But the art isn't bad by any means, it's just, it's not fantastic, it's not like the best, you know what I mean? Because a lot of us are used to reading, manga that is, polished and perfect coming from, Viz or Kodansha or something like that. But if we're talking about actual manga quality for this is actually top tier, in my opinion, quality for a manga physically. Like, it's hard to describe. It's like a matte feeling, but it's also really soft. Some of you guys may know exactly what I'm talking about, but it's hard to describe without you guys actually like feeling it. But this is the manga right here. It's oversized, similar fit to, it's the same size as Viz Signature Editions. It's probably coming up a little lighter on camera. Here's the spine, and then here's the back. And then what's really cool is, hopefully you guys can tell, the pages themselves, which may be coming up a little brighter on camera, but they're actually kind of a smoke gray color. Not quite as dark as the Death Note Black editions, but really cool, really unique for a manga. So yeah, in terms of manga quality, this is fantastic. It is like $15 on Amazon, which is a little expensive, but at the same time, you gotta remember that, like, you're not paying Viz or some huge company for this. This is someone who is self-publishing his manga, which is super cool. Now, to get into the story, I, once again, am gonna warn you guys that this is a very mature story in terms of, like, the things that happen are graphic, or the things that are talked about are very graphic in nature. So this is definitely not a manga for everyone. I would recommend this for, for people who are a little older than, like, maybe 16 or 17. The actual story is ridiculous. It's out of, like, I can't even, there's nothing else to even compare it to. There's ridiculousness, there's action, there's drama, there's some emotion. One of the characters who we're introduced to, I believe his name's Neo, had like a very surprisingly emotional backstory. If this had an anime, I would literally be sitting there probably laughing the entire time as episode 1 and 2 and 3 or how many are going on. It's very American humor, if that makes any sense. So I'm hoping that everyone is able to get it and enjoy it. But if you do end up reading it and you're not from the US and you're reading it and you're like, oh, I don't really get like why this is funny, I don't really understand this, well, it's like I said, it's definitely not for everyone. But I feel like just by the title alone and the description on Amazon, you're gonna know right away whether this is something for you or whether this is something that is totally not for you. But I don't want to drag this video on for too long, so to just give you guys a quick synopsis of the story so far without any spoilers or anything like that. This is a revenge story. He was born through a man who sexually assaulted his mom, his mom was a dog, and that's why he was born as half human, half dog. And his plan of revenge is to find his father, who apparently his father's like this big kind of enemy villain type situation, and his plan is to also then sexually assault him to get payback or revenge. So that is the rated PG-13 description. You can go on Amazon and read the full description if you want to, but it is a out of this world story, and I am super excited to get into volume 2 and get into volume 3 whenever he decides to print it and release it. I'm hoping that this gains some popularity. I know some people are going to be upset by this because, you know, it's not made from Japan, it's not real manga, like, honestly, I just feel like that's super gatekeeping. I think this is awesome. I think this is done exactly how a manga is typically done, but it just has this humor that you're not going to get from Japan, and I hope we never see from Japan, because if anyone ever does something like this who isn't black, that is going to be a huge problem. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little review. I had an awesome time reading this. I hope it continues doing well. I hope it really succeeds because I love to read more physically. And yeah, link to his Twitter in the description, and I will catch you guys later.